Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness, it's been absolutely crazy these past few weeks. I've been moving around, and so the move is now official. Within the past last week, it's been a total transit period for me. So thank you so very much for your patience with these readings, these early November readings. And all of you who supported the mid-October readings, thank you so very much for your gracious support. And I was so happy to see you guys there. All right, so there are a few announcements here as it pertains to the mid-November readings. I'll be having it same kind of protocol for this month for the mid-November 15th to the 30th readings. And I've changed a few things, okay, to help the process move forward a bit more seamlessly tech-wise. And so for one, okay, they are now available to reserve on the website, alchemynew.com, link in the bio description below. The way that it'll work, okay, is when you order in the email that comes through to you via Alchemy New, so the Alchemy New confirmation order will be a chat link. Okay, so if you have any questions about the tech side of receiving access, okay, then you can chat via that chat link, okay, and it'll come directly to me, so I'll address it right then and there, so that there's no missing emails and so on and so forth. Okay, another note: if you want to reach out via email, please email directly to alchemynew@gmail.com, as if there's a response or direct response to the email that has been sent out via the Alchemy New confirmation email, it doesn't come through, okay? So I realized that, the last month, and so now it's clear that the emails need to come directly, okay, in a brand new email. So if you choose to reach out via email directly, then you can do it that way. Okay. Any other announcements? Okay, so the mid-November readings are going to be delivered on November 11th. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing it right on just a few days prior to the 15th, whenever they will be available during the month. And so if you order them any point until the 11th, know that they'll be delivered via email to you on, or perhaps even a few days before the 11th. All right. And any more announcements here? Let's see. Yes. Okay. The emails will be sent to is that which is linked to the account that you pay with. So if you're paying via PayPal, then it's your PayPal email address. So check that email address when seeking for that confirmation email to come through. And please also check your spam, just in case it goes to spam. Okay, thank you all so very much. I'm so excited to get these early November readings to you. They're beautiful. Transformations abound for us all here. And remember, we are every sign. So, right, it's a matter of how and what propensity it aligns with your particular chart. And thank you all so much again for your love, your light, your support on this journey forward. And I'll talk to you soon. Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your early October. We're in November reading. Let's get right into it now. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing for you, keep watch. Okay, watch, and I'm hearing watch at bay specifically, and the following cards blurted out as I was shuffling off camera. The Ace of Cups upright, facing this front-facing deck here, the Six of Cups beneath the Ace, the Four of Cups beneath the Six, the Hermit in reverse, okay, the Son of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse. There is a question of love that is in some shape or form, as you may have felt it, related to matters of career, matters of finance, to your productivity. Okay, and I'm hearing it's now on your mind. It is the focus. And there's a dimension to this, even the thought of this new beginning, that speaks to our propensity to feel so much, so deeply. And it's not only a sort of like new beginning, Capricorn, it's in an emotional way. It's almost awakening this part of you that speaks to your, I'm hearing creativity for a number of you, and your propensity to feel. Okay, you have the Nine of Pentacles mirroring this Hermit, Seven of Swords in reverse mirroring the Ace of Cups and the Son of Cups in reverse. There's a focus here on coming out. Okay, I'm hearing emotional clarity, coming out about what it is we feel. Okay, and there may have been a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking that has accompanied this prospect of a new beginning, of an emotional, I'm hearing, offer and offering. So be it you making the offer, be it another, engaging in this, I'm hearing, open relationship with you. Take it as you will, right? Engaging openly about this relationship with you. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse at the base of all this. And so, right, there's this focus on the material, tangible, financial dimension of our experience as it relates to, yet again, what comes through emotionally for us, okay? Now, let us get the Celtic cross out here, but there's another card that wants to pop out. It's the Ace of Pentacles, okay? And the Daughter of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Three of Cups upright, overlaying the Daughter of Cups in reverse. The Daughter of Cups in reverse mirroring the Daughter of Swords, two daughter characters, okay, focused on this emotional dialogue, question, the conversation of, I'm hearing, when does it come? So if you're involved with two individuals who maybe, I'm hearing, on the same playing field, okay, they are wondering, okay, when this new beginning begins in terms of communicating about emotions. Now there's again this oscillation between the material, tangible, financial dimension of the experience and that which speaks to the emotionalism of it. Okay, now you've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, sandwiched right in between this Ace of Pentacles and this trio of cards. There is a culmination, okay, that is the primary focus of the ways in which we've regarded the financial material world, what a role finances have played for us, as that begins to change, okay, by way of this emotional discourse. Now we have here two court characters, the Son of Wands, okay, and the Father of Cups. Sandwiching right at the base, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They're both looking off into the future. Very interesting. So there could be an individual with fire in their chart, somehow related, an individual with water as well. These could be your very own propensities, who and what may be related to the closing out of this financial story. Okay, this chapter. I'm compelled to rotate the second half of the deck that I just split. And we have here the Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups upright again, right at the base of this Ten of Pentacles. We have this overlaying of the material, financial, tangible world with matters of emotions. I'm hearing emotional finances for a number of you. And the focus is on the change to the dynamic between our financial story and our emotional story. Okay. Let us, okay, Capricorn. Okay, there is a focus on communication here, absolutely. And it's a communication that regards perhaps an individual who's very intuitive, okay, someone with a lot of water in their chart, perhaps a Pisces, okay, you have the High Priestess here, perhaps a Pisces and a Gemini, and or an individual who's, I'm hearing very romantic, okay, very romantic, I'm hearing relationship oriented, people oriented. I'm also hearing food, okay, for a number of you. I'm also hearing massage, okay, so body work in some kind of way, maybe playing out here. There's been communication. It's not that once, right, the spoken written word is relayed that it all, I'm hearing resurfaces, it all begins. Communication has been happening. I'm hearing ley lines in a certain dimension. It's a question of how we want to communicate what we've been communicating in a way that speaks to the financial material side of the story, the dimension of how our emotions have played a certain role in our physical sort of reality and experience. Okay, so let us get a Celtic cross out here for you, Capricorn, and see what these energies are that come through for you. And this is your early November reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Without further ado, Capricorn, let's see what the Celtic Cross has to say here. Okay. There's something that you're ready for, Capricorn, very much so here. Hearing you're ready to do it, and you have the Ten of Swords upright in your final outcome. I'm hearing environment as well. Beautiful. You've got the Star in your theme, overlaying the Father of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Daughter of Swords in reverse. Okay, overlaying again this Three of Cups upright. Overlaying again the Daughter of Cups, okay, in reverse. Overlaying the Ace of Pentacles upright. The underpinning of this new beginning is one that you have desired for a very long time, that you feel very connected to, okay? And there's been a lot of rationalized contemplation that has accompanied the questioning of how, what, when this establishment of this dream, of this, I'm hearing seed inception of knowing, would be set into place. I'm hearing masquerade, okay. There may have been a certain, I'm hearing compartmentalization of the dimension of feeling your way through the process that I'm hearing is swept okay, is swept by the wayside. And your focus here now is on how to plant not only the seed for your desire, for your knowing, but to engage concepts of reciprocity in that. And I'm hearing in a non-material way. So it's very interesting because as much as it is a new beginning that is speaking of a sort of physical dimension, it at the same time refers to matters that hold no place in the third dimension, in the physical experience. And this Daughter of Swords wants to speak out here. Daughter of Swords, perhaps an individual with a lot of water in their chart, okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, who is in some way perhaps related to this dream, this knowing, perhaps a spiritual connection for a number of you, who, as well, I'm hearing bilaterally may be involved in this Three of Cups situation. So if you, again, have been, I'm hearing hanging on, okay, or hanging around, again, two options. An individual with air in their chart, an individual with water in their chart. A lot of those two propensities. Either there perhaps is the siding, okay, with the feeling that there is rather a recognition, an association of the Daughter of Cups with the Star. Okay, now, let me read all the cards off to you, Capricorn. You have the Son of Swords in reverse in your deep past, the Hermit upright in your recent past. You then have the Emperor upright in your near future. The Four of Wands upright in your energetic pathway that leads you into your current state of the Emperor upright. You then have the Four of Cups in reverse in your advice, the Hanged Man in reverse, to which point the Hangman is standing straight up in its grave in your environment. In your near future, the Seven of Cups in reverse. In your hopes and fears, the Moon in reverse. Ten of Swords upright in the final outcome, accompanied by the energetic pathway of the Mother of Swords upright. The Mother of Wands in reverse, the Hierophant upright, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay. There's a desire that you have for, I'm hearing communicating. I'm hearing for the clarification of emotional truths, and I'm hearing the emotional tide. It may be a lot of emotion, okay, and it may have accumulated over time by way of our own doing in a certain way, as we may perceive it or feel it. Understanding, feeling like, right, I wasn't ready to communicate whatever it was that I knew I was feeling, okay? And so whatever this lack of acknowledgement of these emotions may have been was not due to not necessarily, I'm hearing, understanding them, filtering them. It was conscious, okay? Consciously, I'm hearing accessed. So almost as if there was a certain, I'm hearing home for these emotions and your experiencing of them that was accompanied by a lot of thinking, okay? A lot of thinking and a lot of work. Strategizing that perhaps has gone into in a certain way as you may perceive it, the stowing of these emotions. I'm hearing caretaking. Now, you want to find, I'm hearing, the way out of this home in a certain way, to find a new home for these emotions. And in the recent past, there's been a focus on the reshaping of how we think about concepts of emotional satisfaction. okay? And there was some sort of awakening, the opening of the mind that perhaps took place in a moment of, I'm hearing, rest, in a moment where we weren't thinking, okay, perhaps meditating. And what this has led you to is this state of calm, feeling at one with what it is we recognize is a desire. And at the same time that we recognize compels us, requires of us to, again, communicate the way that we feel about these desires emotionally. And I'm getting energetically as well for a number of you. Now, something is coming around, and I'm hearing beating around the bush. There is a confrontation, okay, with any sort of pattern that has been cyclical. The Hanged Man rule, it's the card of Pisces in the Major Arcana, ruling the 12th house, right? Neptune, transcendence, moving beyond the boundaries of time and space. I'm also hearing values for a number of you, and you have the Mother of Swords right next to the Hanged Man. Okay, so you have this pair, in fact, of the Mother of Swords and the Father of Swords. Okay, so as it pertains to our engagement ideologically in our idealized state, what it is that we want to create. And the focus here, as I'm getting it for you, is on what comes next. The stage of transformation that closes this chapter out, that brings with it all the many thoughts that have accompanied this cycle to this point, we are confronted with. And I'm getting that the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords are connected here. The thoughts, okay, almost sort of, I'm hearing it's like show and tell, okay, and for a number of you this may be legal, okay, but it's almost as if, right, it's like we're showing up. I'm hearing to the last day, I'm hearing to Judgment Day, okay, whatever that may mean to a number of you. Ta-da! I'm hearing the secret's out, the baby's out. I'm hearing the baby's blooming. Okay. I'm hearing, this is what I've been thinking the whole time. These are my many thoughts. This is plain and simple what I'm feeling. And I'm ready for whatever change proceeds, given how I accept in a certain way that these thoughts have remained present to this point, that these circumstances of thinking, ways of thinking, have stood in a certain way, okay? I'm ready to bring them with me, I'm hearing, to the plate, and to, I'm hearing, offer them, I'm hearing, condone them, okay, for what they've been in relation to my emotional cycle of story. And there's a clarity on your part that you come to, again, not in terms of what you've been feeling emotionally, but in terms of how it is you want to confront what you've been feeling emotionally, that you've known you've been feeling. How it is that you want to handle it, perhaps in a legal way, perhaps in a financial way. I'm hearing that for a number of you as well. And for a number of you, this may have to do with finances that are related to matters of partnership. And there may be a Leo involved here. Okay, but there is a completely sort of polar opposite way of perceiving I'm hearing matters of partnership, love, career, finances, and how perhaps they're all related in a certain way. There's a completely different way of viewing this paradigm. These paradigms that you recognize is, I'm hearing up for call, is confronted yet again when meeting the closing of this chapter and cycle, okay? And so there is a, I'm hearing front that speaks to the dimension of truth, personal truth, the way that we align personally with what it is that we experience emotionally, okay? Thank you so very much, Capricorn, for tuning in. I hope this reading was helpful for you. And I highly recommend you check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun sometimes, okay? So if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. Okay, otherwise, enjoy the early part of November. Thank you so much for tuning in again, for all of your love, your light, your support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your early November reading. And I just wanted to update as the reading for this video was recorded a few days prior to the confirmation of the way the mid-monthly readings would be working. Okay, so the mid-November readings are now currently available to reserve via the link Alchemy and You, also available in the description box below, so you can click on that. If you go directly to the website, there should be a banner up there, and you can click that and reserve that way, okay? Otherwise, thank you all so very much for your support. I appreciate it so very much. For those of you who perhaps were not tuned in the last month when I addressed this change in the way that the mid-monthly readings would work, this change really allows for me to continue with the mid-monthly readings. Okay, as right, I have the personal services that I offer, but I would like to continue with the general readings, giving them the time and the attention that I do. So your support in this really allows me to continue with that. So thank you so very much, all of you, for your support, your love, your light, your comments, your subscriptions, your shares. I'm so very touched by all of you, and I hope to see you in the November reading soon.